Imagine a tense standoff in the heart of Chicago where community outrage clashes head-on with federal law enforcement, shots ringing out, protesters voicing their fury, and a city on edge. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a cry for justice or a dangerous escalation in immigration debates? Let's dive into the details of this unfolding story, breaking it down step by step so everyone can follow along, even if you're new to these heated discussions. On a recent Saturday, Chicago police sprang into action after receiving reports of gunfire aimed at federal agents during immigration enforcement activities. Residents had taken to the streets in protest, turning the situation into a heated demonstration. Fortunately, no one was struck by the bullets, according to police reports. The Department of Homeland Security clarified on the social platform X that the shots came from a man driving a black Jeep, who appeared to be deliberately targeting the agents. As of now, authorities haven't tracked down the suspect or the vehicle, leaving many questions unanswered. These events are unfolding against a backdrop of rising tensions. Federal immigration enforcement has ramped up significantly over the past 2 months in an operation known as Operation Midway Blitz, focusing on cracking down on undocumented individuals in Chicago. For beginners, think of this as a targeted sweep by agencies like Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, aiming to identify and potentially deport people living in the area without legal status. But here's the part most people miss. This aggressive approach has sparked widespread backlash, with locals protesting what they see as overreach. Residents have been known to trail and directly challenge these heavily armed federal officers, sometimes blocking their paths or shouting demands for them to back off. Adding fuel to the fire, a federal judge just issued a sweeping court order this week, placing strict limits on how agents can use force. This came after the judge ruled that a high-ranking Border Patrol official had repeatedly misled the court about the threats posed by protesters. In other words, the judge found that claims of danger were exaggerated, highlighting potential abuses of power in these operations. It's a ruling that could reshape how such enforcement plays out, emphasizing accountability. The most recent incident occurred in Little Village, a vibrant neighborhood with a strong Mexican-American heritage, where the local community turned out in force. Protesters used whistles, car horns, and loud chants to express their opposition, urging the agents to leave. Some even approached police officers, accusing them of aiding the federal team, an accusation that underscores the complex dynamics at play, where local law enforcement can get caught in the middle. In the chaos, a police vehicle suffered damage, with its taillight shattered and windshield cracked. The DHS reported that demonstrators hurled objects like a paint can and bricks at the agents' vehicles, escalating the confrontation. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the agency involved, hasn't yet responded to inquiries for comment. And this is where it gets really divisive. Some might argue that these protests are essential pushback against perceived injustices in immigration policies, while others can see them as hindering necessary law enforcement. Is the federal crackdown a vital step to uphold national security, or does it unfairly target vulnerable communities? What do you think? Does the judge's injunction signal a win for civil liberties, or might it embolden protesters to take even bolder actions? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss this heated topic openly and respectfully. After all, stories like this remind us how immigration enforcement isn't just policy, it's personal for so many.